big one. What's up, guys? All right, I'm here today with my buddy Derek and Andrew.
What's up, everybody?
And we're here for a midge hatch. We're gonna be nymphing before and after and hoping for some good dry fly action. Here we go.
It's go time.
Yeah, this is fun. The clouds rolled in, the day warmed up a little bit. And the next thing you know, we got fish rising, hitting midges. Problem with a glary day like this is it's hard to see that dry that far up there. Okay, oh, he did eat it. Wow, okay, if you see a rise anywhere in the vicinity, set the hook. I had lost my dry fly, saw a nose come up and thought maybe. Sure enough, there he was. Ooh, I got lucky. Not long after we arrived at the river, fish started rising to midges, and we knew we were going to be able to fish dry flies. However, there was one major obstacle standing in our way, and that was the fact that it was a super glary day, and seeing our little tiny dry fly proved to be pretty tough.
Well, there's been some fish rising right here, so we're going to see if I can actually get my flies in a good spot. Cast up to these guys. It might take me a couple of casts to see where, okay, they're clear over by me, no worries. Let's try that one again. I only wanted them about 30 feet higher than what I had put them. There's nothing more frustrating than hearing the plops of fish jumping everywhere and I can't even see my flies or cast them. Oh. How are they clear down here? Oh. Didn't see that one.
Oh, fish on. See how you just set that hook? I didn't even say I was going to recast, honestly. Oh, I got one again. I just went to recast. I guess that happens like that here.
Fishing dry flies without being able to see them is a recipe for failure. The hatch was so thick and there were plenty of fish rising, and we stumbled our way through and found a few even though we couldn't see our dry fly. But in order to be as effective as possible, I knew we needed to make a change. Okay, so it's super glary out here and I'm fishing a little tiny size 20 Olsen CDC midge and the fish are hitting it. The only problem is I am having a very, very, very hard time seeing it. So I'm gonna throw on a second dry fly that's bigger. I don't usually like to fish a two fly setup with dries, mostly because they land in different currents and sometimes it can kind of mess with your drift. However, if you can't see your dry, it's not really doing you any good to fish them. So I'm gonna throw a bigger dry fly on the front end of this. Still a midge pattern, but this is a size 16 Olsen CDC midge. So it might get eaten, but either way, whether it serves as an indicator or if it actually gets eaten, I'm fine with either one. All right, let's see what happens. There we go. There we go. The two fly setup got her done. Thank goodness I was able actually to see where my dries were drifting that time. So I'm fishing a long leader dry fly setup. I've got 14-foot presentation leader. Today, because there is no wind and these fish are very picky and the water's pretty calm, I have about 7 feet, I would guess, of 6X tippet coming off of my tippet ring. This long leader setup with a lot of tippet out the end is going to give us a really good drift in these situations. It's going to help us find some fish. So that's a pretty nice brown, beautiful fish. Just going to wear him out a little bit. As long as I keep a good deep bend in my rod, I'm not super worried about my 6X. He should be just fine. In the net. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful brownie. And he took the trailing fly, which is that size 20 Olsen CDC midge. But by having this bigger size 16 up above, I was able to see it, get a good hook set, and land a nice fish. All right, so we got a bunch of fish rising out here, lots of adult midges on the water surface. So I got out the big camera, big lens. We're gonna film some risers.
Yeah.
Yes, that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sweet.
He does not want to come up. There we go.
Nice job, dude. That was awesome. Heck yeah. Another midge eater.
Yep.
It's been helping a lot to be able to locate and spot our flies. There for a minute, it was getting kind of tough. There was actually a little bit better of a fish out there. There we go. Oh yeah. Nice. That was awesome. It's not the big one I saw, but it's a good fish. Oh, what a day, what a day. Been able to throw dries the majority of the day. Hard to complain about that. Oh yeah, nice, beautiful brownie. We'll just work him over. Okay, he's got some energy to him, but there we go. Come on, come on, come on, into the net. Nice, gorgeous fish. Sweet.
We'll just start with a little,
It's out of little ways past it,
yeah,
but it's
further
okay.
further than I thought I was casting.
You got him. Oh yeah! Oh, dude!
There we go.
That was awesome, man.
I think he might be the biggest fish of the day.
Repowdered up the flies and boom. Got it done, dude. That was awesome. Dude, that was sweet. That was
That was fun though.
one good drift out there and boom.
Yeah, that was the first cast, right? After
Yeah.
you powdered.
Yep. Powder them up, getting floating high and boom. That was sweet. Dude.
Right in the lip too.
Oh. Right here, man. Yeah. Yeah. Nice job, man.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. It's not the big fish that was rising down there, but that's okay. Feels like a little guy, but yeah, even though the risers have slowed down, it's worth making a few more casts. Get a few more fish before we go back to nymphing. Nice. Sweet. Dude, that was awesome.
Nice work.
Thanks, buddy. All right, so the dry fly fishing has slowed down. It was kind of cool. We were able to extend it there for a little while, even without risers. But when the hatch dies, it's time to go back to nymphing. Right, buddy?
Yep.
All right, here we go. All right, guys, just wrapping up a super fun day on the water. Great to be out here with Derek and Andrew. We had a ton of fun, mostly dry flies today. Now the fish were hitting individual midges, which when that happens, I turn to an Olsen CDC midge. And once again, that was the fly of the day. This is a fly that we call a confidence fly, a fly that we fish all over the world. So to help you guys out with your fly selection, Devin Olsen, Lamson, and myself created an ebook. It's over 80 pages where we introduce 31 of our top producing fly patterns. Olsen CDC midges in there, it and a whole bunch of other flies. So go ahead and check it out. I'll link it down below. On top of that, today we fished a long leader dry fly setup, which is taught in adaptive fly fishing, which is part of the Modern Nymphing Masterclass. Devin Olsen breaks down this entire technique and the leader setup that we use. So if you want to check that out, we got a great resource for you in the Modern Nymphing Masterclass. It's over 5.5 hours of in-depth content. I'll go ahead and link that down below as well. As always, guys, we have an invitation for you. Instead of staying here on YouTube and clicking on a bunch of other videos, we invite you to turn off your device, head outside, and have an adventure of your own. Until next time, thanks so much.
Ciao. Peace.